And that is how you make $1 million in a week. Um, no, I'm just kidding. I like started out like that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna learn about old smarty pants today, ChatGPT. So I've got a really good presentation put together for you. Um, Hopefully you won't need any kind of headache medicine or anything like that when we get done. It's going to be actually really simple. And I had some fun with creating things. So welcome everybody. We're going to make this training beautiful. We're going to make it amazing. And when you leave here today, you are going to be a master at ChatGPT. You are going to be able to make more sales on easy mode if you apply these things, and it's going to help you. Okay, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me pull up my handy dandy slide here. Okay. You guys are going to like my slides, I have a feeling. Right. Well, I'm going to let you handle the letting people in thing. And I will go to my slides. All right. Can you guys see my slides with my, I don't know what year that is that I found. I found a bunch of old pictures of robots and stuff. It's a robot theme since we're doing the Chat GPT thing. Okay. So first of all, everybody who has used Chat GPT just as a show of hands today? All right. Just waving and going like this. All right. Okay. One thing I want to lay down a little groundwork before we get going is ChatGPT is amazing, but I like to use it as like my super assistant. I like to let it get me real close to where I'm going, and then I like to use Mike again. So you might want to think about that when you're doing this. Just this thing can be like my super assistant. It can be like, and I mean, some people copy it so close that it's just like, oh man, where'd you go? We need you here still because we're building a personal brand. We're trying to grow and build a business. Sorry. We're trying to grow and build a business that is people that like us, not people that like robots. Okay. So we got to hang on as long as we can, humans, as long as we can. Okay. And to do that, we got to use it as an assistant. Okay. So I am going to show you some really cool stuff. The thing that I will show you today, I bet most likely you've probably never done. And if you have done it, you're awesome. If you haven't done it, you're going to be awesome. Okay. So we're going to jump in. All right, so supercharge your sales with Chat GPT. So our objective and outcome today. So I want to show you how to leverage Chat GPT. I want to show you how you can create social media content, emails, video scripts, and I want you to leave today with real actionable prompts. Now, I'm sure if you've been messing around with Chat GPT, you know all about prompts and these different things, but I'm going to put a little different spin on it. And I'm going to give you some strategies that will actually help you generate some leads and boost some sales. Okay. Okay. The reason why we use this thing is we want to save time. At the end of the day, it's a time saver and it makes us smarter. We get more compelling messaging, things that we just couldn't think up on our own, right? And it allows us to really connect with our audience in ways that, again, we wouldn't be thinking of because we can't think about everything all at once and put it together and make something awesome. And so I really love to really understand what we're doing here, which is we're attracting people from social media. We are then getting them to get into our email list so that it's easier for us to communicate with them. And then once they're in our email list, we really want to build that connection, build that trust, and show them how this works, how this can actually help them. And that's really what we're doing all the time is we are trying to help people see this. We're trying to help people see why this opportunity is good, why this can make it, life good, life on easier mode, time, money. And that's what we're trying to do. And ChatGPT, if you know how to talk to it, can really help you do this. It can really do it. Because some people use ChatGPT and it's like crazy. They'll like be sending me a reply in the in the chat or something, and I'll ask them something, and they send me something back, and I'm like, that's pretty smart. I don't know if that's really you. So we've got to learn how to use it in a certain way that it doesn't like give off that robot-y thing. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to really do, the power moves that I have found with ChatGPT is your ability to really dial in your ideal customer. And some people do this and they get like weird results, like these like baseline, like top level results that aren't very like, warm blooded human type stuff. And then we really can get our selling it says unique selling proposition here because that's what it is, but it's really like our voice in a way that makes sense to them. And then it really allows us to get leads in a way that before, to me anyway, it was much harder because I didn't really have that language that could really make something make sense. I could get close, but I needed something. I needed somebody really, really smart that could help me say it in a better way. Okay. So if you can get close, if you at least can get an idea of what you want to say, this can help you say it a lot better. All right. Okay. So what I want to do is just get into it. Okay. So creating your ideal customer profile. Now, you may have heard this before. You may be like, whatever, whatever, but I want you to think about it in a little bit different way. Okay. So I want to tell the machine to just act like this type of person who wants to achieve this. And then I want it to provide insights about their challenges and motivations. Because what we're doing all the time is we're trying to get somebody from their current situation, which may not be their ideal situation, and we're trying to get them over to their happy place, to the thing that they want, time and money. We're trying to get them over there. So the challenges are what's stopping them from getting there. And here's something really, really important. Okay. If you hear anything, hear this. Until your customers or your ideal customers, until they know that you know their actual problem, when they can say, this person actually understands what I'm talking about, like where I'm at, or this person actually understands what I want, or this person actually understands what my challenges are, they can't hear your offer. They can't say, oh, yeah, I'm ready to listen to your solutions and what you're offering me. And the big mistake that everybody makes is they think the customer is ready to buy right now. They think the customer understands everything already. And they talk to the customer as if the customer is just ready to buy right now. And the customer has no idea. Most of the time, the customer is not ready to buy. Most of the time, the customer really needs to be, cleared up with some things. They have some criteria or some obstacles that they need to get over before they're going to do this. And so we talk to the customer way wrong. So the customer, we need to be able to restate their challenges back to them. When you go to the doctor and the doctor's like, does it hurt right here? And you're like, yeah. And the doctor goes, I bet when you get up and you go to the bathroom, it feels like this. And you're like, yes, exactly. And when that doctor does that, you go, okay, this person gets me. I trust them too, because how else could they know that if they didn't really understand where I am? So again, everybody has a current reality. Everybody has a desired reality. Or in other words, everybody has these challenges and these motivations. And if you can dial that in and you can really create content when you're saying things to them, they go, whoa, okay, finally, somebody gets me. That's when you start making the connection. That's when people start to listen. That's when they start to opt in. That's when they want to know more. Okay, so that's what we got to do. So I went in and I typed this in and gave an example that would be relatable to what we're doing here. And here's what it came up with. Okay, so I went in and I said, a busy parent that is seeking some passive income ideas or things that are easy to make money from home and things like that. And I used that exact same prompt and I typed it in, and here's what it came back with. Busy parents seeking passive income opportunities. The challenges they have: time constraints, juggling work, parenting, household responsibilities. Okay, it leaves little time for them to look for new income streams. Or they have difficulty finding a consistent block of time to learn about these things. So if you can help them learn about it really quick and you can help them understand this, that's awesome. And you can explain this to them. It's kind of like, I get it. You're looking for an extra income opportunity, but you're juggling work. You're a parent, you got kids, you got things you got to take care of at the house. It's like, when do you have time for this? And they're going, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Financial pressure. Okay. They have lack of knowledge. They're overwhelmed by all these things out there, just like you were at one point, right? How many people, by wave of a hand, was really overwhelmed when you were looking for something? It was like every corner you looked in, somebody had some great idea for you. And it was like, how do I know what is going on here? Right. Or emotional stress. You have guilt or worry about spending time on your personal goals instead of family time, or anxiety about, wasting your time in the future when you could have been with your kid or something like that, right? And they want something that is going to not have to be this constant busy work thing that they have to do. They want something that they can have a family life still, okay, and get this to go. So this was the challenges that prompt brought back to me. Now, some people will look at this and be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Other people will take this information and they'll create content and they'll speak to these things. They'll describe the person's challenges to them. Okay. That's a good way to connect. Okay. You guys, is this making sense? Okay. How many people, as a show of hand, like waving, how many people have, when you go to do content, okay, when you go to do content, you're always thinking like, oh yeah, I need to describe their challenges to them so that they can connect with me. Be honest, like, do you really think about this? Because most people do not. I sure didn't. I surely did not. And this is why people can't connect with people. I don't know how my message, it's just, I can't connect with my customer. Have you ever said that? Have you ever reached out to support or reached out to somebody, a leader in the group, and say, I just can't get my messaging. It's just not, I don't know, it's just not connecting. Have you ever said that? How many people said that? Wave your hand. Do you feel like I know what you're going through? See, I just did it to you right here. But I'm saying that's what happens when you can connect with people, right? I knew your challenges, and so I just set them back to you, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, this guy, this guy kind of knows what I'm dealing with. Most people don't do that. Most people are like, come on down to the thing and grab the things, have a deal, car sales, and we don't want to do that. We want to connect with them because they're not probably ready to buy. Okay. They have to get learned up on that. Okay. So I hope you're looking at this from a little bit different perspective. It's not just telling you that stuff so you can be like, oh, okay, cool. It's telling you this because that's the real challenges that you can talk to them about. Here's the motivations, okay? Here's the motivations. Provide for family, time freedom, long-term stability, personal fulfillment, efficiency. So I'm sure you're looking for something that it would actually create financial stability and you could actually build a real safety net or a legacy for your children in the future, right? Comment down below if you feel me, right? Not here. Don't actually comment here. I'm saying like when I'm in a video, I'm saying that, right? And instead of put whatever down below to buy my thing right now. I've never met you before. Hi, how you doing? Want to get married? Like we just met for the first time. Want to get married? Like we have to create content that speaks to the people that they don't know you and they want to see that you're understanding them. You understand their motivations. Okay. I'm sure you'd like to have like a business model where you could be with your kids, be at home, and it gives you flexibility. So you could not have to go to work, actually not miss all those great times with your child because you're at work, listening to some boss or whatever. I get that. And if you want that, then I need you to keep paying attention in the video. That's the thing that you're talking to them about, right? So this will give you that. This prompt will give you that about your person, and you don't have to ever worry about if your message is connecting. You're just going to remember what I said today, and you're going to go, oh, yeah, my message is not ever going to connect, no matter how good I get at talking or doing anything, unless I can talk to them and get them to say, this person understands where I'm at right now. They understand the challenges I'm having, and they understand what I want. Now I can listen to them. And so it also gives you some insights as to what to focus on here. Okay. I'm going to give you all these slides so that you have them and you're going to have all these prompts and everything that you can do this with. But it says in your content, focus on simplicity. Start small with them. Okay? You can build while you sleep, like family friendly approach. It's kind of giving you some ideas of how to approach your content. Okay? Okay. So when it comes down to your ideal customer persona, you can put anything in there. I could have put anything, not just busy moms. I could have put 50-year-old truck drivers that are tired of driving over the road, and it would have told me something completely different, but that's what you can put in there with this prompt. Okay? You put whatever type of person in here you want. And then you put whatever goal they want. Okay? And most likely, if you're going to be out there, they're going to be wanting time and money. All right. That's kind of the industry that we're in here. We're helping people make money online. Okay. So that's a simple prompt. That's what you get with it. And you use this stuff to talk to your customer. Who's drawing on my screen down here? What I want to know. Somebody down there scribbling. That is what you talk to them about. You talk to them about their stuff. Okay. Now, here is a gangster level prompt magic prompt. Okay. You ready? This is the thing that I used like to struggle with. I was downloading and buying all these prompts. There's like 5 million prompts for marketing. And I'm like, I'd get this big old prompt for marketing package. And I'm like, what do I do with all this? Like, this is I'm confused. And I was like, how do these people come up with these prompts? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't speak computer. And so I sat there, truly, I sat there and I'm like, all right, if I had a super smart friend, a wizard, and I could ask him anything, and I didn't know what prompt to use, I would just ask it, what should I ask you? And so I started messing with this. And whenever I want to do anything, all I need to know is what I want. If I know what I want or my desire, what I'm trying to get, then I can win instantly. I'm going to give you some really great examples here. What is this red thing on my screen? Is this what is this down here? Can I erase this? Oh, I can. It's gone. My bad. Okay. So I'm just like going to ChatGPT, whatever it is that I want, and I can say, hey, what can I ask you? I'm saying this to ChatGPT. What can I ask you if I want you to give me blank? Okay. So here's what happens. And I've got examples here. I can say, what can I ask you if I want you to do blank? Here's what it'll do. It'll give me the prompts. It'll say, you can ask me this. And when it does that, I take that and I say to ChatGPT, and I'll show you here in a second. I say, can you turn that into a super prompt? Okay. Can you turn that into a super prompt? And then it'll take all the things that it said you could ask it, and it'll turn it into one big prompt. And then you just copy and paste that back into ChatGPT. Or sometimes it'll say, do you want me to do that now? And you just hit it and it'll do it. And let me show you what this does. Okay. So here is an example. Okay. What can I ask you? All right. Can you guys see this blown up? Is that pretty good size? Like you can read it. What can I ask you if I want you to give me 4 long form YouTube video outlines based on the insights, motivations, and challenges that you just gave me? And I didn't even put you just gave me. Okay. So remember in the previous thing, we just talked about like the persona. We asked about this type of person and it gave us the insights, motivations, and challenges. Well, right underneath that, I said to it, now what can I ask you if I want you to give me 4 long YouTube videos, right? So it said, well, you can say this. You can say, can you create 4 long YouTube videos? All this stuff. So these are the 4 things that it said I could ask it right here. You guys see that? It said you could ask this. Where's my little pin at? You could ask this or this or this or this. And what I did was all I did was I put inside the chat. Hang with me here. I said, put inside the chat. I said, turn that into a super prompt. You see that right here? And then it gave me back this super prompt. It said all that stuff back to me, and it made an awesome prompt here. It says, based on these things, create all this stuff. And here's what it gave me. Check this out. Here is one of the videos it gave me using that super prompt. I didn't have to know anything about prompting. It gave me this video. It gave me the headline, 5 passive income ideas for busy parents with zero free time. That might catch a busy parent that doesn't have any time. The hook. Hey, are you feeling overwhelmed with parenting, work and life, but you still, want financial freedom? Well, look, these 5 income ideas are designed for busy parents who barely have a moment to themselves. And guess what? The first one is selling digital products. And so you show them about these other ones. You're like, now these other ones kind of, I don't know about those, but this one's really good. And that one's yours. And so if you like, the best one, put idea number 1 down below in the comments and I'll send you how that all works. Okay. So it gives me the whole video right here, the call to action and everything. Which of these ideas excites you the most? Comment below. Don't forget to da-da-da-da. Okay. That was one video that it gave me, and it gave me all 4 of these the same way. It just kicked them right out, okay? I'm not going to go through them all, but it does a pretty good job. You can see video number 2, there's the title, here's the hook, the structure of the video. It just gives you the bullet points, and you can do the video. And then you have to actually do the video, okay? That's always the part we forget. So you got to just do the video. And when I do these videos, I don't say it verbatim, word for word. What I do is I understand what it's saying to me here, right? I just understand what it's saying to me here, and I do my best to create it. All right? Okay, so again, what can I ask you if I want this? And it will just give you the prompt. You don't have to come up with prompts. Okay. How many people have ever done that before? Do you talk to it like that? Have you guys ever done that where you ask it what to ask it? It's very simple. If you had a smart friend, you'd be like, well, if you're so smart, what should I ask you? That was kind of my attitude, and that's what it did. And it works like extremely well. Okay. All right. Okay. So the next one, how do I create content that actually resonates with my customer? So here's another prompt. Write a 7-minute video outline for YouTube targeting this persona that highlights this key benefit. Okay, so here's what it did. I put that prompt in there and I said, write a 5-minute video outline for YouTube targeting 40-year-old moms seeking financial freedom that highlights the power of escaping the 9-to-5 grind using online courses. All right. And that's what it gave me. Here it is. How 40-year-old moms can escape the 9-to-5 grind with online courses. The more specific, if you're a 40-year-old mom and you're sick of your job, like it's going to be tough for you to keep scrolling past this, right? And it gives you the hook. Okay. It gives you the exact hook. It tells you what you can put on the screen. And look, you can use these slides just like I am. I'm just using Keynote that came on my computer. Do these slides work for you? I mean, like you don't have to get crazy. You're just helping them understand. So it gave me the whole script from the whole thing, what to say exactly, right? What to put on the screen. All right. Now here's how I go about these scripts. I just read through the script and in my brain, I go, oh, okay, I get what they're saying here. I get the point. I get what's going on. And then I do my best to create that video without reading it verbatim. You don't want to sound like a robot, okay? You want to understand what it is about, all right? You don't have to be like somebody with super special powers to create content. You're just helping people understand what things are about. And this thing is going to save you so much time because within like seconds, I had that. It just gave me look at that. It gave me the hook. It gave me everything, okay? The script, everything, the problem, everything. And you just have to trust it and know it, like the solution. It broke down the whole thing for me. And I advise if you're new to content, even if you're not, create slides. Just like this. I could do YouTube videos with this all day long that would work. Most videos are just you're going over a list. You're explaining something to somebody. You're helping them understand, okay? I'll open up for questions here at the end. Here's one for emails. So write a 5 email sequence for this type of person. You can just put whatever, trucker, woman that's in construction, like anything you want to put in there. When you think of the persona, you don't have to go all crazy deep. You can be like, women that love riding their bike. You know what I mean? Okay. Like whatever it is, it does not matter. You can just say, people that like fishing and, women that love hanging out in the garden. And then you would say, you can literally put, because the Legacy Builder program is so like out there, you can literally put the Legacy Builder program in the thing here, and you could tell it include a hook, curiosity elements. And so I did this, and I made it for bring it to the front here. I said, write a 5 email sequence for 50-year-old man tired of construction. that was what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, if I was 50, I'd probably be tired of doing construction. And I said, introducing the Legacy Builder program, and then include the hook, curiosity elements, and clear call to actions. And so, of course, that's what it did. Look at what it did. It's awesome. I loved this, actually. I thought it did so good. So it's like, I love the subject line, from hard hats to legacy, a better way to build. I kind of like that, you know? And it's like, hey, Bob, you've built homes, businesses, and maybe even dreams for others. But what about your legacy? I mean, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. Years of backbreaking work in construction can take its toll. You've likely asked yourself, how much longer can I keep doing this? Or what's my exit plan here? Or is there a way to earn more without breaking my back? Well, the Legacy Builder program could be your blah, blah, blah. That's pretty good. And it pretty good. Like, and it does that. It gave me 5 emails just like that quickly. And what I like about these emails, some of them I could turn into videos easily, right? Are you building their dreams or yours? Ooh, okay. So I love this. All right. You guys that are trying to email people, email your list. This will get you so close. It gets you right there, right? It gets you right there. I think it's dang near like pretty spot on. But I would still go in there and I would try to talk like me. Like, I would definitely try to talk like me. Okay, so there's 5 emails, and me personally, I like to put videos in all my emails. Okay, I like to, whatever the email's about, I'll go create a video that kind of mirror matches it or talks to it, and I'll put the video in there, and I'll put this in there so I can talk to them. Okay, I like to talk to people on video. People like video. Okay, so that's for emails. Again, I'm not going to go crazy on this because I'm going to give you all of these. I'm going to give you this this PDF, and it has all these in here. You'll have all the slides. You can play with all this stuff. Okay. Okay, so scripts for engaging videos. Again, create a 7-minute video script targeting, truckers that, are tired of trucking, right? About Legacy Builder programs and benefits. I don't know why I keep talking about truckers, but about the Legacy Builder programs benefits. So I did that. Same thing. Created an awesome video script for me. It gave me everything. For this one, I put 30-year-old moms with a career in retail. And you know how I came up with that? I went into the DGC, the digital growth community, and I went in there to introduce yourself. I went into that category, and I just started scrolling through all the people, and everybody's like, hi, I'm 53, and I used to do this. Now I'm trying to do this. I'm like, perfect. So I went in there to here, and where it said persona, I just put, I'm a 53-year-old, mom of 2 that used to have a career in retail. I seen a lady in there. She's like, I'm 30-something years old. I have 2 kids. I've been in retail for 12 years. I was like, bingo, that's the persona. I put that in there, and it gave me an amazing video script. It covers everything in here. Like I mean, I'll say this. If you can't figure it out from this point, then we've got to focus on maybe figuring something else out, right? Because if in content, it's all about trying to figure out what to say. This is literally telling you the whole thing, the opening, okay? Then it goes right into the relatable part here, okay? And it even talks like amazing. Like, let's be real, working in retail is exhausting. Long hours, unpredictable schedules, and feeling like you're trading your time for barely enough money to even get by. Meanwhile, the dream of financial security and more time with your family seems like, well, just a dream. Okay. So that's pretty cool. It gives you everything right here. And then you have to actually go practice. You're never going to get better at your message. Your message is never going to get better until you practice it. You don't get better at riding a bike by reading more about bikes or by listening to another video on how to do biking or anything like that. You actually got to get out there, grab the handlebars, and start pedaling and hold yourself up. And you might crash, and then you get back up and you keep going. And after a while, you're pretty good. You can like talk on the phone, take a drink of water, you can, whatever, and you're on your bike. Okay. That's how this will get too. But you've got to actually practice it. It's so weird. We'll practice everything else. Like sports players have to practice all this stuff. Um, you know, actors practice. Like there's, rehearsals and practices. And yet we've never done videos before in our life. We come into this program and we're just like putting up our first video and we're like, it didn't work. It's like, yeah, you need to practice. You can practice making videos with this Chat GPT thing right here. Okay, you can practice making videos with this stuff, following these scripts. You can follow them verbatim. You don't have to post them. But I promise you, if you practice doing these videos like this and you follow these orders, like the way it goes, like opening hook, then talk about the problem, then the solution, then do the benefits here, then give some proof, and then the call to action. If you get in that habit of doing that and you get in the habit of practicing those videos, okay? You don't have to post them, just practice them. Practice talking on a video. You will crush it. You will get better and you will start to like even be like, wow, I did pretty good. Yeah, you will get there. You will get good at it. All right? You just got to practice. Okay. So if you're addressing some common pain points, a lot of people are like, how do I connect with my perfect customer? You can say, analyze this 50-year-old woman that teaches basketball and suggest 3 content topics that would resonate with that person. And then just practice doing them. Okay? Or how do I create content that converts? You can tell it, write a persuasive video encouraging that same person that we just said to take action today. Practice doing that. This is one thing that I don't hear anybody talking about. Seriously, I don't hear anybody talking about this, and it is the most brain dead simple thing there is. And that is practice. Practice, 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 practice. We all know practice makes you better, but none of us practice. It's just like whatever video we shoot, that's getting posted. If it don't work, well, I don't know. And if you want to post all your practices, hey, let's go. But practice. Well, I don't want to just shoot a video to shoot a video. Well, if you get good at shooting videos, you get a lot of leads, you start making sales, life gets good. Okay. So that's one thing that I want you to do with this ChatGPT thing is practice. Before ChatGPT and all that, when I was trying to like figure out how to make sales videos that convert, I rewrote the same sales video 22 times. Most people give up after like somebody says no once. I had to redo my video, and this thing was an hour and a half long, by the way. This was an hour and a half long sales video, and I reshot it 22 times. But when I nailed it, it did over $800,000 in like 6 months. And like, that's the power of like keep going and realize that if you've only made videos for a few months, you're not going to like, you got to practice. Okay. I'm going to keep hammering on that because so many of you, I see you and I see your content, or somebody will reach out. Can you look at my content? I'm like, you're doing pretty good. You just need to practice. You don't have the words down yet. You can't like talk to the camera properly. You're like looking at the camera weird. Like I'm actually looking at you. You see this? You guys are actually over here to my left. I can barely see you out of the corner of my eye, but I'm looking at the lens of my camera as if I'm staring into your eyes, right? Do you hear how I talk? I'll talk kind of like this. Then I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll be like, hey, and then, so I have this presenter, like I'm doing something. I'm talking to you like I would talk to you if you were here. I talk the same way. I just talk to my friend. So we can look up all this stuff, and ChatGPT can give the most amazing things, but if we don't practice and do it and try it, I have people in my other program and people inside of the mastermind, which the mastermind is insane. If you're not in there, so I have people, they'll come to me and they'll have just enormous amounts of video ideas in their chat GPT thing. How many of you are guilty of this? You're in chat GPT all day long, asking it video stuff, and then you don't do any of them. you you don't post any of it. You don't do nothing with it at all. How many people wave if you're all about it? It is too late to be talking about chat GPT stuff, I think. So for real, how many people you're prompting videos all day long and you'll read the video and you go, "Wow, this is good," but you don't do anything with it. Are you guys all asleep? Did I put you to sleep? It's too late for Chat GPT. Is it too late for you guys? How you guys doing? We good? Okay. All right. Jeez. Holy smokes. All right. I'm just about done. I got a couple slides left. You guys just take it. Smelling salts. Okay. All right. I was going to do some practice, but we won't do some practice. Okay. So let's just go to questions here. Okay. What questions do you guys have? We'll open up for questions, and that'll probably be better. Okay. Who is first? Lisa? Is it Lisa? Oh, no, 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 wait. Angela. Angela, there you are. All right, Angela, go for it.
No, hi. This is amazing. I just raised my hands just so I could be probably first in line, which it worked. To raise my hand in advance, so I didn't wait forever. But no, I completely understand. This is mind blowing. I appreciate you doing this. I have no questions. This is awesome. But you can do the practice though. We're here for it. We're
Yeah,
we're
good,
here.
good. All right.
Yeah. So do the practice. But
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Thank you so much. I
Excellent.
have no
Cool. I'm
questions.
glad. I'm glad.
This is
Okay.
awesome.
Sweet. Okay, Lisa, what do you got? Going once. Oh, there we go.
Hi,
Hello.
I haven't used ChatGPT yet, so
Oh,
yeah,
you haven't used it
I did
yet.
have a question, but I've forgotten it. So
Oh, okay. Well, if
yeah,
you think of it again, raise your hand again. I'll be good.
thank
So you
you.
haven't used ChatGPT yet?
No,
Okay. All
no,
right. Well, you've got to start using it.
I'm old school.
Nothing wrong with that. It'll just speed you up though, okay? It'll speed you up for sure. Don't be scared of it. Okay. All
Thank you.
right. Tasha, what is going on?
Hey, Mike, how y'all
What's- Man,
doing?
where are you at? Man, that's a heck of a background there. Okay.
Ain't that nice? That's right. I don't know where that is.
What's going on?
Okay. All right. So I was listening to what you were saying about practice, right? And
Mm-hmm.
what I realized is that there are some nosy people in this world.
Uh-huh.
What I mean by that is there was times when I was just getting used to StreamYard. And so I would go live on YouTube and I would put in the title like practicing, testing out equipment. And
Mm-hmm.
there would be people on my live. And I'm like, hey guys, like how y'all doing? And it's like, okay. Because I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't
no,
want
I
my
mean,
practice
yeah,
to go to
that's
waste.
when you put
So,
practicing in there, they want to see you, they want to see what you got.
okay, because great.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, like, is that a good technique? Because if I gotta practice anyway, might as well just put
I
it out
mean,
there.
if you want to practice live, that's fine. I mean, Elon Musk spent millions of dollars on rockets that exploded on TV, and exploded on YouTube. He publicly like blew up millions of dollars and failed. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think you can go live and practice. But my thing is just if you want to practice, my favorite way to practice is to lay out my video, okay? And when I
Okay.
lay out my video, I literally just use paper. I'll take sheets of paper, like I'll just buy copy paper in big bags of copy paper, okay? And I got all my markers here, okay? And I literally, I'll Chat GPT will get me close, or I'll just be thinking of it myself, and I'm like, okay, here's the layout of the video, and then I just practice going through it. Like, do a couple runs. You got to realize, like, this video is going to be out there for a long time. And if it works, it's going to get you leads for a long, long time and sales. So practice it a few times and then go do it. I mean, in school, if you were in the play or you were in choir, you would practice the same song over and over and over and over and over again before the show. But we don't do that here, and we're like, it doesn't work. You know what I mean? They're like, here's the song you've never sang for
Yeah.
the first time. You're going to sing in front of all these people live. It's like, probably not going to work. So its content is the same way.
You know, yes, and you're absolutely 100% right. And see, my brain, the way it was working is that okay, I have Opus Clips and I have StreamYard, so I can take CapCut and all those best ones, I can like, cut it and put it together like, oh, I did the thing right on this take. And
Yeah.
then
Hmm.
that's what my brain was going with that.
Yeah, if you record your video like a bunch of times, of course,
Uh,
you can take a bunch of the pieces out that were good and stick them all together. That's what's awesome about that.
all
Very
right, all
good.
right. On the right
Very, very
track.
good.
Thank you, Mike.
You got it. You
Bye,
got it.
guys.
All right, Vicky, what is going on?
So, Mike, they said that they wanted you to practice, so they knew what you meant by that.
Oh, okay.
So after Vicky shares, can you do
I
some
can
practice?
practice some. Yeah, let's do it. We can
Okay.
practice together.
Hey there. So I was just on a call, my accountability call from the mastermind, and a topic came up about who your audience is.
Mm.
So you were mentioning, writing who your perfect customer is. I was looking at my analytics while Michelle was teaching, and I was shocked. Do I focus my content on, and this may be a question for her, on that with ChatGPT, like a younger demographic, which I'm like, why am I whatever, or do I focus my questions on who I think my target customer is? I guess that confused me as to who my target is, because
Yeah.
I'm attracting different what I didn't think I would. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So when I think about this question that you have, and I hear so many people talking about who their perfect customer is and stuff like that. When I think about my perfect customer, I just think about who I actually would want to hang out with. Like, I'm serious. Because I'm going to have a community or an email list of these people. I may be attracting all kinds of people, but that doesn't mean I want to go hang out with them. I just want to, literally, I just think about who I want to hang out with. I just think about who I would want to help. I think we overthink that customer, who's my perfect customer thing so much.
I do, for sure.
At the end of the day, the perfect customer, it needs to be specific. You need to be specific, because if you're not, nobody's going to hear you. You have to be specific.
Right.
But who do you want to who do you want to help? That's what I think about. Everybody that we're going to be helping with this particular program, like the Legacy Builder and all that stuff, they want money, they want time. Because if they don't want to make money online, this isn't going to be for them. So we know that about them. So anybody that wants to make money online and have time, this will work for them. But that doesn't mean you'll connect with them. Okay?
Yeah.
Who do you want to connect with? Who do you want to hang out with? Who do you want to help?
Okay. So I guess I'll kind of ignore that part of my analytics, because yeah.
Do you want to hang out with those people? Do you want to talk to them? Are you really going to is that who you want to talk to?
I mean, I hang out with my kids all the time, but
yeah, okay,
they're cool and I like to, but I don't know. I mean, 25
I have
to
3 different ones.
Demographic.
Yeah, I have 3 different people. I like going after the young 20-year-olds that are I don't want to have a job, and they have that entrepreneurial side to them. I like helping those people. I love talking to them. I love it. I also love talking to people that could be my mom or my dad, where they're just they're done with it. They're fed up. They don't want to work at Walmart when they retire. They don't want to be a door greeter. Nothing against that. They just don't want to do that. Okay, they'd rather not have to go do something like that.
Right.
So I like talking to them. I'm like, hey, here's an option. I love talking to them. And I also love talking to the person that is some smarty pants, but they realize that corporate gig's not what it's all cracked up to be. And now they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Those are those people. I have 3 different people that I talk to. That's who I talk to. And I call them out. I'm like, listen, if you're making 6 figures at your corporate job, but you life sucks and you hate it, let me show you something different here. Let me show you how this works. Or the kids, the younger, I'm like, look, yeah, you can do this, but hey, if you're this
story's
age,
the same. I want money. I want time.
Yeah, that's what we're
regardless of the
selling.
age. Okay. I get it. Thank you so much for that. I have a couple more questions. One is, you mentioned doing slides. I love this idea because I lose my train of thought when I'm doing video. Are you going to be doing any training on doing slides?
Yeah.
I suck at PowerPoint. I don't even know how to do it, or it would take me forever to make a slide.
Yeah.
You
So
can help with that? Okay.
or you can do slides like this. I do slides like this, old school style. I'll take like,
You'll be teaching that in the mastermind.
yeah, I'll be
Okay,
teaching in the
sweet.
mastermind, but you can just write on paper and show people your paper too, or your
Okay.
whiteboard. Like it does work. The big
Okay.
thing is like you're it's to keep you in line. If you have
Yeah.
notepad or something, it does not matter. Like I'm telling you,
Okay.
it
Great news, though. That'd be
yeah,
helpful.
you don't have to make it like all this. They don't even want that anyway. They want to hear it. They want to know. They want you to stay on track and it helps you like keep in line.
Okay.
Yeah.
And will chat analyze your videos for you? Will they analyze your
You have to
content?
give it the script.
So you transcribe what you said in your video, and then it'll say whether it was good or bad?
Yeah, so you go, hey, you're like, what can I ask you? This is where you use that what can I ask you, the gangster thing.
Okay.
You go,
Uh-huh.
what can I ask you so that you will analyze my video and tell me if it is good or bad and how can I improve it? I'll give you my script. And then you give it the script in the same sentence. Like you say that and then you put the script down below and then
Right.
let it go and it'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you so
Good.
much.
You bet. That's good. Okay. So before we go to someone else, you guys said you wanted to do a little practice. We can definitely do that. So let's go to ChatGPT. Okay, let me go. So in practice, what I wanted to do is I wanted to go out there and talk to it. Okay. So take this. Okay. All right. Okay. Can you guys see my ChatGPT? Okay, cool. So this is what you'll see. Listen, if you're not using the Chat GPT 4.0, just go get it. It's $20. You're gonna blow $20 on something silly anyway. Just go do it. It's a way better when you pay for it. It's way better. Okay. So let's say that I wanted to create well here, let's go by a show of hands. How many of you are emailing your list at least a couple times a week, if not 3 times a week? Like you're writing thoughtful emails where you're trying to help somebody understand how this actually works and makes sense. How many of you doing that at least twice or 3 times a week? Oh God, I'm not seeing a lot of hands going up. Uh-oh. Can you guys see me? Is there you guys aren't emailing them? You got this list, you got to email them, you got to talk to them. You're just helping them understand what's going on. They're like, I want this, I want to do this, but I don't know what to do. This is new to me. I'm trying to figure this out, and you have to talk to them. So nobody's wave if you email your list a couple times a week. That's what this waving thing is. I'm not just waving at you. Wave if okay. Okay, we got some people doing it. All right, so let's pretend that you stayed up too late and you're tired, but you know you got to email your list and you don't want to like get off track with that, but your brain ain't working. Okay, so you go, all right, I'm gonna use Chat GPT. And what I would do to it, this is really how I rock and roll with it. I go, what can I ask you to make you give me a short email that would help a, I'm going to just like the person that I would got, a 50-year-old retiree that would help a 50-year-old retiree understand how the legacy builder program can help them not have to be a door greeter at Walmart. Now, I'm not picking on door greeters at Walmart, so don't get all bent out of shape here. Some people do. I'm using this as an example because when I talk to a lot of people that are wanting to retire, I talk to a lot of people, hundreds of people on Zoom, mono, okay? When we were getting people into the mastermind, I asked them and I said, "So what's the biggest thing that you're worried about?" And they go, I don't want to in my golden years, I don't want to have to be a Walmart door greeter." I don't know why they said that. I never even heard about it before. I've seen people greeting the door at Walmart, but that's what they said. Not my words. I'm just telling you what they said. Okay. And I don't really think I would want to retire and work at Walmart either. Okay. That's just nothing against Walmart. Okay. So, what can I ask you to make you give me a short email that would help a 50-year-old retiree understand how the Legacy Builder program can help them not have to be a door greeter at Walmart in their golden years? Because this is exactly what they say. Okay. So I'm asking ChatGPT what to ask it to give me a short email. Okay. Because that's what I want, a short email for this type of person. Let's see what it does. You can ask me for an email that speaks directly to retirees' concerns. So remember when I said when it gives you these answers, you just say to it, can you turn this into a super prompt? And this is what it'll do. It goes, here's your super prompt. So it took whatever it takes and does, and here's the prompt that it created me. Now, how many of you would have created a prompt this good? It says, write a concise, emotionally compelling email targeted at a 50-year-old retiree who is worried about running out of money and potentially having to take on jobs like being a door greeter at Walmart to make ends meet in their golden years. The email should empathize with their fears of financial insecurity and missing out on enjoying retirement. It should showcase the Legacy Builder program as the solution, emphasizing how it empowers retirees to leverage their skills and experiences to build an online income stream, inspire hope and confidence, using approachable language, I would have never said that reassures them they can succeed even if they're not tech savvy. Is this not hitting the bell? Is anybody 50-year-olds in here? Is this not like kind of hitting it a little bit? Okay, include a clear and irresistible call to action, such as inviting them to watch a free training or download a guide. Beautiful. Use a warm, conversational tone that feels personal and supportive. End the email with a motivational statement that encourages them to believe it's never too late to take control of their financial future and enjoy a fulfilling retirement. That's the prompt. That's the prompt. Now, how many of you, real quick, we'll come back. How many of you would have said that to ChatGPT to get a short email? Nah. No? Okay. So that's why we're here. That's why we're learning this. And if I didn't even know, I couldn't have done it either. Truth. Like not even close. Like it would have been not even close. Okay. But it knew what to do. And so I asked it, hey, in my brain, I go, what do I want? What's my goal here? Well, I want to talk to a 50-year-old retiree that's scared of working at Walmart. When they retire, they don't want to do it in their golden years. And I need to send an email out. So that's what I wanted. So I asked it, what do I ask you to get that? It gave me what I could do. And then I said, can you turn that into a super prompt? And then it gave me the super prompt. Now, what do we do with it? Well, let's take a look. What we do with it is we highlight it like this, right click, copy. Okay? Or now it starts saying this. It says, would you like me to use this prompt to craft the email for you now? So I don't have to do anything besides say yes. And now it's crafting this email. Now check this out. The subject line, your retirement shouldn't come with a time clock. Ooh. Okay, that's good. It's like, I'm going to pick somebody's name. We'll do David. David, you're a 50-year-old that's scared of Walmart golden years working at the door. Okay? All right. It's like, hi, David. Hey, retirement is supposed to be the time when you finally enjoy the life you've worked so hard to build. But for too many, the reality looks different. Stretching every dollar, worrying about what's next, and even considering jobs like being a door greeter just to make ends meet. It doesn't have to be this way. The Legacy Builder program is designed specifically for people like you, those who want to turn their skills, experiences, and passions into a meaningful online income stream without having to sacrifice their golden years. You don't need to be tech savvy or have any prior experience. All you need is the willingness to learn and a desire to create financial freedom on your own terms. So imagine waking up each day knowing your income is working for you. not the other way around. And imagine finally having the time and resources to do what you love the most, whether that's traveling, spending time with family, or simply enjoying peace of mind. Take the first step today. Watch this free training that will show you exactly how to get started. You put a link to your landing page that you get when you sign up. It's never too late to take control of your future, and you've earned this opportunity. Now it's time to claim it. To your success, Mike. Okay? You wouldn't put creator of the legacy program. You just put your name and then probably that's it. Okay? Now, as a show of hands, how many people just went and signed up? No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, do you guys, that's pretty good. That's pretty dang good. Right? Now, I've done a lot of practice and I've read a lot of those things. I doubt most of you would have read that email the way I read it to you. And I'm not saying that to be cool guy over here. I'm trying to help you understand that I've done over I've done thousands and thousands and thousands of videos for the last 15 years plus. I can talk like on a video like that. And the only difference between you and I is not that I'm better than you. I've just talked on a video more than you have. So I come across a little different than you do. And I'll attract who I attract by the way I come across. So when you get in here and you're doing this stuff, like if I if I ask Dean right now, Dean, hey, I want you to read that email to everybody now. Dean might read that a little different than I did. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm getting at is it's you got to learn how to talk to a friend. You've got to learn how to visualize that person that you want to really help. To me, like in that moment when I was reading that, I was kind of like reading that to somebody like my mom or, somebody that's in their 60s or something like that. You know what I mean? That they're getting close to those retire. They're like getting ready to retire. And I'm thinking about that person. And I'm like, okay. So you see how that thing works? It works pretty good. The like ask it what you want. You guys get that? Does this make sense? If it doesn't, then don't wave your hand. If it does, if it's making sense, if this is cool, wave your hand. Okay? Yeah? I mean, is that not like a pretty good thing? Like it's a pretty good idea, right? Because man, I was sitting here reading all these prompts and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I'm supposed to, what? I don't even know. And I'm like, I need something that's a fail safe here. So just ask the wizard what to ask it. I call it the wizard all the time. Okay? But that's pretty cool, right? You can say, okay, you could say, what should I ask you if I'm trying to create a YouTube video that will get, 40-year-old women who love cooking to see why this is better than selling whatever on Etsy or something. You can just say that to it and it'll break it down for you. And then you get to practice what it gives you as far as like a piece of content. And by practicing it, by the third or fourth time that you practice it, at some point you won't have to practice as much, right? Like you'll be able to like just do it. But when you practice it, you start by about the third time, you're like, oh, okay, I get what it's trying to say here. Like I get this. Okay. Like you figure it out. Okay. I know it's weird. I used to be like weird when like I was like, all right, people know that I'm the only one in the room in here and the door's shut and they hear me like talking as if I'm not the only one in the room. And that used to like bother me. I used to get like a little shy. I'm like, man, they probably think I'm just like a narcissist. Like I'm just like crazy in here talking to myself or like whatever. I'm like, they probably think I'm just like this weird person. But then I was like, you know what? I don't care who hears me because I'm actually like really trying to help somebody out there. Like I really care. Like I really want to help them. I really want them to see this. And so I didn't care. I was like, you can laugh at me outside the door and I will laugh at you when you have to stay there and I can go somewhere else. Cool. So that's kind of how I think about this. All right. A lot of this, what I'm sharing with you, I could share you the best things ever in the world, the best prompts, the best everything. But you have to, in your mind, you have to switch gears and you have to be like, I'm really trying to actually help somebody out there. Like some person's actually going to watch this and I want it to actually help them. I want them to actually get what is going on here. It's not like you're just throwing stuff out there just hoping something works or whatever. It's you really having the mindset of, you know what? I'm going to really like I'm going to do my best to make this make sense because I know that if I help them make sense of this, they'll probably be even more interested. They might even ask questions. Heck, they might even opt in and go buy something. Okay? It's really about it's how you think about this thing and not don't think about it like cheap or don't think about it. I'm not saying you are. I'm just don't think about this as something like, oh, I tried something new, here we go. Like you're playing the lottery or something. There's too many people making 6 and 7 figures. There's too many people. It works. Like this is not a matter of does it work. It's a matter of are you going to work it? Are you going to, I will until I will care about what I'm doing here. I'm not going to just, go quick and just, like you really try. You really try. You take this stuff because what it gives you when you do this is incredible. I mean, how that email was good, wasn't it? And we just did that like that was just we were just practicing. You can get into it. Like you can be like, pour it on a little more. Like, can you make me cry in the email? Like you can. I'm serious. Like, I want them to be emotionally impacted. Like it will do it. It's amazing. I'm crying over here all the time, like by myself. No, I'm just kidding. But you can make it do that stuff. All right. We'll open up for some questions. Thankfully, not too many people have their hands up. We'll open up for just Michelle, you can just tell me when to stop doing questions because I'll just,
Well, it's 8:05,
yeah.
so
So, okay.
a few more.
Yeah, a couple more. Okay. Let me see. Who is the most attractive person that has their hand up? No, I'm just kidding. Imagine if it was like that. You guys would be. Okay. Nope. All right. Who's got their hand up? I will go to you first. Who is it? Darlene. Okay. I'm going to unmute you there. How's it going, Darlene?
Thanks so much, Mike. I saw you this morning as well in
Oh,
Mastermind. You were just delivering a whole bunch of information that is phenomenal. And thanks to Michelle for this whole program. I am on Zoom all the time, but I'm with my interns. I don't do anything online or in internet, so I don't feel very confident yet.
uh-huh.
But I have not done one video yet. And
Okay.
so if you're just starting out and you're asking ChatGPT, should you stick with just one persona, one kind of person, and see how that's flowing, or if it even flows for you?
Yeah, no, Darlene, this
Should
is
you
great.
pick a
So,
person and a mom and a biker and any of
yeah,
those other?
yeah. No, you definitely want to pick one person because less is more. And you want to find somebody that I mean, there's so many different suggestions and ideas of how to find your perfect person, and most of them are right.
Well, I know
Okay,
which one I can be passionate about
okay,
immediately,
good.
and
So
that
just
is the
stick with that
the
person.
corporate worker. Yeah.
Okay, and then here's when you're thinking about doing your first videos, this is kind of my advice for people's first videos. You just want to get really good at helping them answer the frequently asked questions. So, who was the persona you said?
Corporate worker. It's a
Corporate
government
worker?
worker that's underpaid and overworked and undervalued and may even actually get canned.
Okay. Beautiful. So well, that's not beautiful, but let's
Yes.
jump in there and look at this. Okay? So, real quick, here's what I would do. I'm going to start a new window. Anytime I got a new topic, new idea, I always go into a new ChatGPT window so that whatever I was talking about in the other window, it doesn't get confused with what's going on there. You always want a fresh conversation, like it's a new idea. So here's what I would do. What can I ask you so that you give me the top 10 frequently asked questions, FAQs, that people who are working corporate and are underpaid, if I could spell, underpaid and worried about losing their job. Okay, what can I ask you? Let me get zoomed in here for you. What can I ask you so that you give me the top 10 frequently asked questions that people who are working corporate and are underpaid and worried about losing their job, what, wait, top 10 frequently asked questions that I can make about, videos answering that are relevant to people who are working corporate and are underpaid and worried about losing their job. Okay, so what did I ask it? I asked it, I want the top 10 frequently asked question videos that I can make that are for these people. So all we needed to know was the people. And when you're just getting started, if you go out there and answer people's questions and you're sharing with them that the answer to their question is this, that typically works out pretty good. Let's see what this does. It says to help you generate the da 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 da. It's asking me now, here, you got to answer these questions for me. Like, what keeps them up at night about being underpaid? Now, when it asks me to fill in all these questions, I'm like, how about you do it since you're so smart? That's what I do. But it did give me some ideas down here. Look, it's like, what challenges stop corporate workers from starting a side hustle? Okay. Oh, look, so these are frequently asked prompts that I can use to come up with these things. Okay, but all I'm going to do when it does all this is just this. Can you turn this into a super prompt? Okay. I'm not even going to do can you. I'm just going to say turn this into a super prompt. There's no can you about it. Okay. So I just put turn this into a super prompt. So it's telling me that I could ask it all of these. These are all prompts right here. So it did give me quite a few prompts that I could ask it to get the answers that I'm looking for. But you just say turn it into a super prompt, and then let's ask it. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it created this super prompt. It's like, imagine you are, look how crazy this prompt is. I would have never done this. I'm not going to read all that because it's a lot. But it's basically saying, generate a list of the most compelling common questions that individuals are likely to ask, addressing their pain points, their doubts, their aspirations. It did all this for us. Now watch. It says, let me know if you'd like me to generate the questions directly using this. Yes, please. Okay. Okay, cool. So look. These are the questions that they have. How can I start a side hustle while still working full-time in my corporate job? What's the best way to transition from 9-to-5 job to running my own online business? How can I create an additional income stream without spending a lot of money up front? Okay, so when it gives me all this, and I'll ask you, Darlene, if it gave you all those frequently asked questions, what would your next question be?
How soon I could put it into a video and do it myself.
Yeah, like how do I turn this into a video?
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Okay. So here's what I would say. In the same chat, okay? You guys are getting gold right now, I'm telling you. In the same chat, I would say to it, this is how I talk to it, okay? That's great. What can I ask you? Come on, man. What can I ask you so that you turn the top 3 questions into a video outline, into a marketing video outline? Right? Because that's what we want to do. We want to take the top, well, in this example, I want to take the top 3 questions that it decides on, and I want it to turn it into a marketing video outline that I can create the video. Okay, so we do this, we ask it. So it says, you can ask me, how can I structure this video? What elements should I include? So what do we do next, everybody? Turn it into a super prompt, right?
Yeah. Oh, super prompt. Yeah.
Turn into a super prompt. Okay. Here we go. It turned it into a super prompt. It took the top 3 questions, and then it's creating a video that has a hook, it has a story, it has the value, and it has a call to action. Oh my goodness. Christmas.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Let me know if you would like me to generate a video for this. Yes, I would, please.
Okay. Yes.
So I click yes, and look, question 1, how can I start a side hustle? The hook. If you're feeling stuck in your this is how the video starts, by the way. If you're feeling stuck in a 9-to-5 grind, but want to build something for yourself, here's how you can start a side hustle, even with a busy schedule. Ding. Okay, that's good. And then here's the story. You know, I used to work a demanding corporate job where, you know, I felt like my hard work went unnoticed, but I
Yes.
realized I could just use, you know, 5 to 10 hours a week to create a side hustle that actually started small and eventually grew into a full-time income. So I'm going to break this down into 3 actionable steps for you. Number one, okay. So it gave you the video. Look, it broke them all down here. And you can look at that and say, okay, that's not exactly what I would say, but I get what's going on here. And I
Yeah.
would start with that. And you could say, here's the cool thing that can happen here too. So after that does that, let's say you do those videos, you can say to it, create another one. Now that you've got all this above it, look, it created another one. How can I overcome the fear and self-doubt when starting something new like an online business? The
That's
hook. You ever feel like fear and self-doubt are holding you back from chasing your goals? Well, here's how to break through and take action in this video. And then it says
wow.
I can share a personal story, or it's given me one. And then it's got 3 steps here. It's got a little bonus insight, and then it has a call to action right here. Okay? And you can work with that, right? Like you can take that and go, okay, I get this. I can care and I can do this.
Absolutely. One other quick question. Can you use Zoom and the transcripts inside Zoom? Because I have a Zoom account, just I could get it to transcribe it, but then do it on my phone anyway, because I've never done one. Do you actually do it on your phone or on your
Me
computer?
personally, yeah, what I do is I'll take that script and what I do, this is just what I do. You don't have to do what I do. But what I do is I will then write it down on like a piece of paper like this, and I'll stick it below my camera. Or I'll just prop it up somewhere. That's why I have this
On
little
your phone,
cardboard.
not on the Zoom.
Yeah, and then I'll just record myself in the video. You could record yourself on a Zoom if you wanted to. But yeah, I mean you can. You can also just record it on your phone and then you'd have to edit it or whatever. You don't have to edit it if you shoot it correctly and you just talk like you can't I can't edit what I'm doing with you right now. Like if I mess up, I got to be like, Darlene, I didn't mean to say that. I kind of screwed up. This is what I meant. You can
Yeah.
do that. And it works too, by the way, because people are like, wow, that's pretty normal there. You can also use Loom, which is like a $5 or $10 program or something, and it's a video recording thing, kind of like Zoom. Um, but if you don't know how to edit a video or anything like that, then don't even worry about it at the start because your whole life you have went through your life without editing what you're saying, right? You know, so you can get by
I'm your
with it
mom.
still.
I'm the same age as your mom, if not
Yeah,
even.
right. So it's like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can get by with we can all get by with it. I know people that never edit their videos and they make tons. But you have
Okay.
but if your video is like, I mean, you know the difference. Like if it's a bunch of messing up, then
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
gotta figure out how to edit this. Or you can pay somebody to edit it, $5 or $10 or something to edit it, okay? Or get somebody inside of the community here. I mean, I'll tell you what, if I was in this community, I'd be reaching out, be like, hey, can somebody edit my videos? I will send them to you. I will send them to you in Google Drive. And if you edit them, all I can pay is $20. So if you won't do it for $20, then I guess I got to figure out something else. If you will, then cool. I'd rather give you the $20 than the gas station or whatever, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Mike.
You
I
got
know
it,
that's
darling. Okay.
training.
Very good questions. I hope that was helpful. Um, Mo, is Mo still on
Yes.
here? You still on here?
Mhm.
There you are.
Mhm.
Am I able to do another one?
One more. We have
I'll keep it
400.
short. I'll keep it short. Okay. You guys can reach out to me inside of the community too. And like,
Well, you guys, if you want more of this, this is what he does inside the mastermind.
yeah, like
This
all
is
day.
what you need to get into the mastermind if you want more hands-on, in-depth brainiac support like
The
this.
mastermind is crazy phenomenal.
Thank you. Yeah, it is. I mean, and it's this thing, it's just getting started. My goodness. Like it is just getting started. Holy smokes. You guys need to, if you're serious. Okay. Barbara. There's Barbara. Barbara's like, oh shit. Okay. What's going on?
My question is, I've never used ChatGPT. I don't even know where to find it. I hear about it all the time. So where do I
Mhm. So what I would do to get ChatGPT is, I'll show you here. This is what I would do. I would go to ChatGPT and I'd ask it. No, I'm just kidding. What I would do is, um, come on, go away. All right. What I would do to get it is I would go here to Mr. Google or Mrs. Google, however you talk to it, and I would say Chat GPT. And what will come up is this right here. Okay. Or you can go to chatgpt.com. And when you go to it, I'm going to have to open it in an incognito window. So hold on, bear with me. I know you can't see the screen. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, coming. All right. When you open it and you click on it, it'll say get started and you can just sign up. So click sign up and then you can create an account. You can just um, put in your email here and then go through the steps. And when you get through the steps, which there's only a few, then you will be inside of ChatGPT and you can start using it. And then it'll ask you, do you want to upgrade? And if you upgrade, it's like $20 a month or something like that. And the upgraded version is like 1,000 times better than the free one. So if you're serious about this business, it would be unusual that you would not want to have it because you're gonna be able to get so much more done so much faster. That's gonna be so much better that, and you don't want to get behind. Here's what happened back in the day. Google and the internet came out, and everybody's like, "Oh, internet, schminternet," and they're like, "Oh, da, da, da. That's for those weird people that tech, stupid computers, that kind of stuff." I remember because I was like during that, but I was like, I don't know. I think these computer things might stay for a while. So I like dove into it, and now, I'm glad I did, right? So you don't want to be left behind when you want to be talking to the machine. You want to be able to have conversations with it for sure. So it'll speed things up. It'll make like you've seen what we've done today. Like,
Well, I got on a half hour late, so missed a
what's
lot.
that?
I was on somebody's live Zoom and I mean, somebody's live, you know, on TikTok, somebody's live and I missed about a half an hour of it. So I
Oh, it's
missed.
okay. We recorded it, but yeah, it's gonna save you so much time. It's gonna make you so much better. It's gonna make you so much faster. Like that's what I would do. ChatGPT.com, log in and sign up. You can get the free version. It's no big
Okay.
deal, and it's still better than not having it at all. So, and then
I
go
have,
back and watch the replay to this, and you can see how I talk to it.
okay. Now I was
Okay? You're
using
welcome.
it on my phone, but then I had this Genie or something like that on I have an Android. And it kind of has an AI thing. I was kind of using that a little bit
Yeah,
to help.
so you've kind of gotten comfortable with it a little bit, like, or you at least know that it can be kind of smart sometimes, right?
I just have to ask certain questions. I actually came up with recently I've been using that for some content. And so
Bingo.
now I've been getting some yeses.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. So,
Yeah.
that's the value of this thing too. Like if you really get used to the way we talk to it, it can, oh my goodness. It'll just make you so much better.
Okay, thanks.
Very good. Okay. One more or no?
Yeah, we can do one more.
Okay, one more.
Yeah.
David he looked like, man. Okay. What's up, David?
Hey, awesome stuff. Thanks so much, Mike.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was almost about to give up on program.
Yeah,
It's
don't do
just,
that, man. You only lose when you quit.
no, the only real question I have, you could answer almost everything else, is the slides, because you're showing the slides. Where would you get those? Or how would you create those?
How do you create them? So the best way, the easiest, cheapest, like most easy way is to go to Google Slides. Okay, so let me show you real fast what that looks like.
Okay.
Let me go here. Okay, so when you go to Google, okay, you can see the
Uh,
screen. You just come up here to the search and you type in Google Slides. And then if you have a Google account, like just get you one if you don't have one, okay?
yeah.
Like Gmail or whatever. And once you get in here, you just go to Google Slides. It's like free for everybody. And
Oh,
yeah, whoops, I went to the wrong one. But you go to Google Slides. I think I have it up here. And when you get to Google Slides, it'll do this. It'll show you slide decks, and you can click blank presentation. And what I would do if I was you, if you've never used slides before, I would go to YouTube, and this is what I would do for like, and I've done this myself, and it's a very good idea. So go to YouTube, and then just be like, how to use Google Slides, and then this one right here, how to use Google Slides. I would just watch this video, and it'll walk you through how to make slide deck, like we call it a slide deck. It'll just make you smart about it. You'll know the basic buttons, and maybe you want to watch a couple other ones. Like, look, this one's like complete beginner's guide to Google Slides in 17 minutes. And just watch a couple of these videos, take a couple notes, try a few things, and poof, you'll have it. And you can make slides all day long like that. And it's so much, like, it's nice. It keeps you on point. People can see it. They can see what's going on there. And if you want to make it like good recording and everything, you can use Loom, Loom. It's like a $5 program, and it records your screen, it records your webcam, and it records your sound. So you can have the slides up just like I did, and you can talk about what's on the slide. And then when you're done, you got the video, and you can put it on YouTube. You can put it anywhere. It's good.
awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Don't give up, man. You got to keep going. Don't give up. You got to keep going. All right. Okay. Well, as much as I would love to, and Michelle knows I would stay here all night long with you guys, but my brain is pretty much mashed potatoes at this point, and mashed potatoes do sound pretty good since I haven't eaten. So, and our little children are here, so we're gonna go eat with them, and we need to eat. So, or we can't live. So, okay, you guys are great. I appreciate you. How many people, by a show of waving? I'm sorry I couldn't get to everybody's questions, but did this help? Do you feel like you're better because you were here? Okay, good. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Look at you guys. Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you so much. Don't quit. That's the only way you can lose is if you quit. All right. We will do this together. Rally, rally. I'm going to go eat some food. Thank you, Michelle, for having me on here. These people are just incredible. Okay. Join the mastermind. All right. Jeez. See you.